Hurry up, YouTube. Show me the stream. Thank you. Hurry up, YouTube. Ugh. I can't tell you how annoying it is trying to get this shit to sync. Oh, great. There goes whatever chances I had at monetization, because you can't swear in the first 5 seconds of your video. Yeah, that stupidity. So anyway, hello again, folks. YouTube issues being aside, we are back with some more Monster Hunter Wilds. And we're pretty far, I'd say, into the story mode, or at least as far as the story mode allows to be existing, however, considering I feel like we've gone... This would be the point where I would think high rank would start, but nope. And new greatsword from the Rathalos that I want to try out, especially since there's a couple of monsters I want to get good at. And close the door because everyone's talking too loudly. That's annoying. Anyway, last time I ran into a bit of a hiccup with trying to get new weapons and arm and gear.
Right.
Namely, Odogaron and the new octopus monster, Shuwu, who is legit horror movie design. Yeah, Ebony Odogaron came back from Iceborne without regular Odo to go along with them. So it makes me... So that's like a first for the series where a subspecies comes back, and not only comes back, but it turns out it's not the real deal. It's like a genetically bred clone of the species. And that's what all... Apparently that's what the ancient civilization was fooling around with. Apparently they were making genetically altered, domesticated clones of pre-existing monsters and their variants and subspecies, and basically making them into artificial, guard dogs. And well, with the civilization gone, guess what happens to domesticated dogs when no one's around to take care of them anymore? They start turning into wild animals, like how wild boars came from domesticated pigs. Except these cannot reproduce, nor do they need the feed. But apparently, some of them are strong, are remembering, as it were, their natural instincts to prey upon each other, which is what Arkveld, which is exactly what was happening with Arkveld. And as you can see, you can't fight Guardian Arkveld. Apparently that was a story-only section, which kind of sucks. Yeah, there isn't even a part thing. Yeah, it says special. Can't do it. So I really want to go after Ebony and get more of his armor pieces, because I'm gonna need stronger stuff. And I love the Odogaron armor set. Unfortunately, there's no beta, which means I will not get the long cape-like bow like the beta had in Worlds, so that sucks. And I really would like to get at Shuwu's greatsword, because that thing is probably the most powerful weapon in the game so far, and I probably should keep up. just to double check. Yeah, where is it?
Anything catch your eye?
Where is it? New Udra? Meh. I'm not feeling it. I mean, the higher damage is nice, I suppose. Sharpness. I still love my new suit, my Nerscylla sword. Where is it? But yeah, it's no longer that powerful, so I'm gonna have to upgrade.
Done already?
Beef.
Right.
Let's check mark Odo off the optional quests. And if I have to do investigation hunts with him, I will.
All fired up. Commencing quest now. Are you prepared? Don't mind if I do.
Apparently Odo likes hanging around in the staircase. I guess it just reminds him of home. Because the Rotten Vale was definitely a very wind road place. I can barely see his eyes. I had a, Okay, can I not have any more interruptions, please? Oh, I need better armor.
It looks angry.
Where the heck did you go off to?
Yes! Great form!
Damn, I broke the tail off already. What did I get? I got a plate. That's what I needed. I can't believe it. I got lucky and got a plate. Sweet. Fortune favors the bold. Hey, do you mind? Gotta love how the monsters just love to pick fights when they have no reason to. Well, this Rathalos greatsword was a good idea. Give me the honey. Give me the honey. Here, Odo, Odo, Odo. Here, boy. There he is. The head can be broken once, I believe. Thank you, Kitty. nice. I wonder if I'm good enough to go back into World and be able to face Odo with a great sword, because I rarely did it. Yeah, look at that. You can't even see his eye. All the white stripes just kind of block it. That's cute. Well, I would have preferred waiting until Pi rank, but I might as well.
I'm gonna take a cat nap. Got a sec? I got something for you. Yep. Got something in mind?
Okay. The male set. I love how the male set for Oof Duna has boob socks, but the male version for Ebony doesn't. Kind of makes it feel weird, look weird, to be honest.
Ready to get to work? Ah!
Oh, that's Rathalos. What am I looking at? This is what I wanted to look at.
Look good?
Give me my ninja gear. My sexy kunoichi ninja gear. Unfortunately, unlike Ayane and Ninja Gaiden or Momiji, there's no window. But you know what? The back end waist will do nicely. I wish the betas existed with the longer back bow. Then it would have been perfect. Yep, the plate.
Look good?
I got lucky. Very lucky. Now, what do I want? I either want girl or guy gauntlets. I like the larger crossbow on the guy, but I'll be more uniform with the girl size.
I'm ready to work. Ah!
Main reason I have been avoiding a lot of headgear is because I want my character to still emote in the cutscenes. Oh, okay, so I would have needed a tail if I wanted this anyway. It's... Can't upgrade.
What are we making today? What are we making today?
Can't upgrade any of these, huh?
Got something in mind? Anything catch your eye?
Okay, so 768, 768. Both are good, so I might just get both of them. Oh, that looks nasty. In the good way.
Now that's a good choice.
Ebony Odo and Shu are having a turf war, are they? And by the way, there's jiggle physics. They're there. And by the way, I realized something. They did make a slight change to the Odo armor. Originally, in World, you had like these armored flame plates. Actually, wait, no, they're there. The flame plates are still there on top of the chest. It's hard to notice because of the color scheme and how the white flame color just kind of blends it all in, but nope, they're there. Yeah, the chest pieces are there, but what is definitely different from World is that the actual boob socks of the Kunoichi set are larger. They actually made them more prevalent, as it were.
Right.
Just something I noticed. Okay, so let's go after Mr. Shu again, so I can get his weapon, because I like it. I'm gonna have to start upgrading all the other ones at some point.
Okay, let's move out. Commencing quest now. Are you prepared? They've issued us supplies. Let's put them to use.
Just remembered one other thing. Not that. Where's my tent? Okay, take me to Wu. Honestly, I'm kind of happy they put in another octopus monster. So 2 spiders, two octopuses, cephalopods. But I do feel Like, we got an excess in monkey monsters, but no, no, other fanged wyverns similar to, shit, I lost my head. Similar to, Doshaguma. Not fanged wyverns, fanged beasts. Like, I would love for, like, Galsarag to show up. Because he was great. Really would like him to come back. And with him and Anjanath, both their armors, I made like a set that melded almost perfectly together. And I would like to make such a set happen again.
Calm the mind and focus.
There's that horror show over there. He looks smaller than the one I fought previous. I just noticed.
Looks like we're moving to a new area. What do you think we'll find?
Yeah, this place has a very Rotten Vale-like structure, with all the twists and turns and loops. Although, personally, I like the Rotten Vale more. Because it was basically a giant bloody graveyard. Where'd he go?
Almost there.
Already?
Right on target.
Ah, I got him upside down. That's funny. Yeah, look at that mouth. That's a very undignified way to be put out cold. For a cephalopod, anyway.
It's fast asleep.
It took me like 20 minutes to get him to being in his weak state last time, so... I don't know what I did, but it worked. I don't think I got spikes, though. No, I didn't. I hope I did in the wounding process, but I doubt it. We'll see.
Ready to go when you are. Just say the word.
I'll check our supplies.
Yep. This one's a personal fave. What are we making today?
Shoo, oh no, I need a claw.
See you later.
This way? You got it. Now commencing quest by order of the guild. Calm the mind.
I want to try cutting his back arms. Got it. It even wiggles still, just like the other one. See if I can get him to turf war again. Or not. Another Shuwu.
Mind if I hop on? Materials I gathered in your item box. I'll just hop off for now.
Imagine trying to navigate this place on foot. Okay, I got the claw that I needed. And I kind of learned a little more about him. Okay, so unlike New Udra, only 4 of his arms can be severed. The first 2 are breakable, but they cannot be severed. He's ugly. Look at that. The mantle, the big sack that trails behind the head of an octopus, it's so shriveled by comparison. And I noticed that he bleeds like blue blood.
Nicely done, Hunter. Glad you're in one piece.
Okay.
What do you think we'll find?
Huh. I didn't know I cut off an arm, but apparently I did. No one wants to eat dinner over there? Nope. Talk to Nata. I thought they wanted me to talk to Nasheen. Oh wait, did I? Oh wait, I did do that already. Yeah, I did that already, and that's what led me into Odo, Garan, and Shuwu
Well, what can I do for you?
last time. Okay, let's...
Got something in mind?
forge our new water blade.
I'm ready to work. Ah.
Oh, it's like a giant Arabic Turkish blade. I typically don't frequent water great swords. Most of the ones I've ever seen kind of never really looked right, but this one actually looks cool. Oh, how I wish Odo Garan had himself a proper great sword. It sucks that he never got one. And they still refuse to give him one. Oh, I love the Odo. I love the Odo. It's one of my favorites. So glad to see it back. Mind you, it's just the alpha, no beta, but I'll let it go just this one time. I need to go back to the to the desert to get more sleep herbs. Okay. I'm gonna... Okay, I'm gonna let the game sit for a bit. So, and give me 5 minutes. I gotta go take care of a quick errand, and when I come back, we will talk to Nata. So, just give me a little bit of time. Hopefully 2 to 5 minutes. So, be back in a moment. Had to go do cat litter. Anyway, so recap. We did 2 optionals plus an investigation. Very first one, I believe. And Alma came in as I went out. So yeah. We did talk to Tashin previously, and that led us to the 2 new monsters. Well, sort of new. I'm going to have another meal just in case, because Wilds' story has been particularly speedy, in which it kind of just forces me to along. World didn't do that. World kind of like, yeah, they would set up the quest and then leave you alone to prep. Whereas Wilds has been having it go a little more cinematically. Maybe a little too cinematically. And they caught me with my pants down a number of times. Oh, the gloves come off when eating, eh? At first I thought I was seeing things. I would like to give my kitty a more proper helmet too, but the Rathalos one covers his eyes, and I want him and my huntress, to both have their faces shown for cutscenes, especially since it's a first-time playthrough for me. Okay, Nata, what do you want to talk about, boy?
Are you ready to go look for Arkveld?
Yes.
Me too. Do you really think Arkveld is just like any other monster now?
Not sure. It's too soon to say. But that's why we're going. To find out.
Come on, Nata. Let's go finish what we started.
Right.
I mean, he would have to go through... He would have to go through a very heavy mutation to be a normal monster. After all, no reproductive organs, no digestive system.
I've been thinking a lot about the Keepers and the Guardians. The Wyvern note kept the Guardians asleep in their cocoons, chained up. But the Keepers have been chained too. By the duty we've upheld for 1,000 years. And Arkveld came and broke it all apart. But it freed itself with its own strength. It even learned to eat. It didn't care how it was created. It just wanted to be free, to live.
Mm-hmm.
This journey has made me something more. I've seen vast sands, lush forests, people, life. Arkveld and I are the same. It broke the chains that were holding me and my people back. I'm sure of it.
Anyone else is still getting that funny feeling?
Really?
What is this?
I think it's...
Blood. A lot of blood. Artificial blood, but blood nonetheless.
I don't like this place at all.
What? Corpses.
Some are rotting. Some fresh. Did it... all of them? Why?
This isn't predatory behavior. It's destructive.
Yeah, it's gone rabid.
We can't let this go on.
There's no other way.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry. Arkveld has become a threat to the continued existence of this ecosystem. It must be put down.
No! Please. Please!
Nata.
If anyone should be angry, it's me. And I hate that it happened. This is the first thing it ever got to decide for itself. To be free. To live strong. Please. Don't do this. I'm begging you.
It can't control itself.
The path we must take is clear.
For the continued preservation of this ecosystem, the Guild authorizes you to slay the Guardian Arkveld.
Acknowledged.
No, please! There has to be another way! It finally got its chance to live!
Yeah, it did, but it's gone rabid. Uh-oh.
Arkveld's lost control. It's gone berserk. Don't let your guard down.
Let's go, Megatron. This sounds like a John Williams piece or something.
Leave this to me. Heels inbound. Looks like it's moving to the new area.
Little bit of John Williams and Devil Joe's theme.
Get a load of these claws. I'll be fine.
I do feel sorry, kind of feel sorry for Arkveld. Broke away from being a glorified test tube specimen. It goes out into the world, and next thing you know, it's become basically a rabid animal. There he goes. Can't believe I got his tail while mounted. Guardian blood.
I think these might be tracks.
He's angry.
Get out of there! Leave this to me! Here's inbound!
I almost had him too.
Our only path forward is to put a stop to Arkveld, the White Wraith.
As a hunter, I'll do what has to be done.
I know you will.
expecting one of these.
Nope. That's why I hope they come back in the next game. Heck, add Palamutes too while we're at it. Have a whole hunting party. We have our horse, which is the raptor. Have the hunting dog, which is the Palamute. And have the kitty, which is, of course, is the assistant.
Get out of there!
Got him. Poor thing. A genetically bred clone of an extinct species busts out, tries to live like its original, like its progenitors tried to, can't do it because of the fact that it's a genetic freak, and, well, had to be put down because it went absolutely rabid. The music is surprisingly jolly, probably as a funeral. Well, maybe jolly's not the right word, but you get what I mean. It's not like other monsters where they're basically either super god monsters that have to be put away because of the fact that they're in a, bad for the environment, like your Shia Ishvaldos or whatever. No, this thing was made in a test tube and was gonna go and make everything topsy-turvy. Pale dream of the lone shadow. Laying its soul to rest.
why did Arkveld come here?
Obviously. Good question. This is where the Dragontorch is supposed to be, right? We already know that Arkveld was drawn to powerful sources of elemental energy it could harvest.
And this was the mother lode?
Maybe, despite feeding, it still had impulses as a guardian. Either way, I guess we'll never know. Wyveria's energy source. In a way, it's the very heart of this land's ecosystem.
I want to go to the Dragontorch. It's the last piece of the puzzle. What Arkveld was after. I need to know.
Let's look for a way forward.
Hey, over here!
There's that symbol again.
Look.
That's gotta be it, right? But something's taken it over.
It can't be. A guardian?
A very big one. Like Elder Dragon big.
What? The Dragontorch? Taken over by...
Whatever that thing possessing it was, had looked ready to awaken at any moment.
What is it?
It is Shia. Wyveria created it as their final line of defense.
This is the very guardian that doomed the capital.
We thought it fell dormant. But if it's been drawing energy directly from the Dragontorch the whole time...
We can't leave it unchecked. Surely there's some way to deal with it.
Without exception, a guardian cut off from its energy supply will die. If we put a stop to the Dragontorch, Shia will perish too.
But the entire Eastlands are sustained by the energy from the Dragontorch. If we stop it...
It would affect all life in this region as we know it. Tell me how we can stop the Dragontorch.
Nata's pendant. As part of our deep knowledge of this energy, we possess a substance to counteract it. Nata's pendant is an extremely concentrated mass of that countervailing power. It was his father's role to stop the Dragontorch in a time of crisis. So that's the trick.
Don't get ahead of yourself, buddy.
Nata, that pendant is a memento from your father. What do you want to do?
I don't know.
Unleash its power. And this land will be wiped out. The Keepers know the Torch and Guardians better than anyone. Advice would be welcome.
Us? Our forefathers knew little. As for us, we know as much as you. Simple observers have no right to decide the fate of the world.
Even so, someone has to.
So, either we shut the thing, either we leave the thing on.
Save as many lives as possible. We must stop the Dragontorch.
Whoa, hold on. After we investigate. We don't have all the information.
You're idiots to throw it away. The world will never see such innovation again.
Says the man who has seen what these menaces are capable of. Or shall we wait for the worst?
Then let me study it, see how it works. Then do what you want. Easy.
Easy's no word to just throw around. This will destroy their natural order. Their society will be completely uprooted.
But at least they won't be dead.
That may be true. But the comparison's not that simple.
Seriously, like what right do we even have? We can't just march in as outsiders and decide.
Right. But we're running out of time. The lives involved take priority. It'll be my sword to fall on, and I will. I can take the pendant.
I'll do it. I'll stop the Dragontorch.
Nata.
It's what my father would have wanted. This is my role.
I admire your resolve. Are you sure?
Olivia, let us take it from here.
We'll go with him. You're okay with that?
Call on me if I'm needed. I'll be ready.
So, either we let the Dragontorch...
Tashin, wait here for me.
My boy.
I'll be okay. I'm a keeper too.
Quite the dilemma. So either we let the Dragontorch remain active, let that giant construct to feed on it, and risk it getting out and causing chaos everywhere, or kill whatever that thing is, stop it from coming to life, and we save everywhere else, but this ecosystem will get sundered into chaos instead. It's a very Spock level situation, all things considered.
Some equipment recommendations. Just great.
Livia said Nata showed resolve, but I'm not sure that's what his strength really is. Sure to check up on him, will ya?
Done already? Just great. If you're looking to make an impression. Anything catch your eye?
Let's see. No, they're not moving the weapon tree forward just yet. Guardian Arkveld, great sword. So we now have Veldian Gladius. I don't know if I like it. It looks kind of strange. It reminds me of it weirdly reminds me of Velkana's great sword, with the odd shape that it has. Like, it doesn't look like a big old cleaver like Nergigante. and it doesn't, but it doesn't have that inward curve like Velcana. It's kind of it has a normal blade edge, but then it ends with that giant hook on the end. It just looks kind of silly. I mean, it looks cool and wicked and silly all at once. I don't know if I like it or not. Maybe I'll unlock it.
Anything catch your eye?
Also, I find it funny how it comes off of the Doshiguma tree. When it didn't do that for Nergigante. They're really pushing the chain aesthetic, aren't they? Kind of fits the theme, I guess.
What are we making today?
Huh. These are strange-looking dual blades.
What are we making today?
Sword and shield actually looks pretty sizable.
Got something in mind?
It looks like Thor's hammer. The hammer, I mean.
Got something in mind?
That's the horn. The hunting horn. Lance.
Anything catch your eye?
Oh, the Guardian Arkveld came off of Quemetris this time, did it? Gun Lance, which kind of reminds me of Nersilla's Gun Lance with that halberd shape.
Anything catch your eye?
Now that's a wicked looking switch axe.
Got something in mind?
Chatacabra this time.
Got something in mind?
Now that is a cool looking insect glaive. I like it. Very cool looking.
Anything catch your eye?
Bow looks alright.
Anything catch your eye?
So, how do we look? Helmet facing down. They're going for a real Norse warlord look. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Banbaro with that armor set from Iceborne with that whole Norse warlord look. I think I saw Danny Soares, cosplayer I like, that I met at MegaCon. I think she made like a custom costume in her game with the Arkveld leggings. I'm gonna go with it as it is, with what I got.
Got something in mind?
You know what? I'll do the Guardian art. I'll do the Arkveld.
Alrighty. Perfection.
Yeah, I don't really like the Doshiguma blade. It's kind of like, I don't know. I liked the Anjanath one more. It just looked cooler to me.
I'm ready to work. Alrighty. Perfection.
So what does my cat look like?
Anything catch your eye?
He's covered completely head to toe.
Ready to get to work? Alrighty. Perfection.
Meow, this is great.
Look good. Alrighty. Perfection.
Now we're talking. And yeah, we're not even... This isn't even the full monster list, I believe. More shows up in high rank, I think.
Anything catch your eye?
Nothing there.
Now that's a good choice.
Okay, Arkveld Greatsword. Not a fan of the... Wait a minute. Those aren't... Are those blades? No, those things are hanging off like chains. Oh man, I can't decide if I think this weapon is goofy or awesome.
What?
Never thought to leave the design of their Dragontorch to posterity. Once you lose that technology, it could take centuries to claw it back. And even that's a big if. Most of the time, it's gone for good. That goes for more than just the tech. It's like does it go off in a chain like a Kratos blade or something? I don't know. Just in case. You're a hunter and I'm a handler. We know what needs to be done here. Each day, each decision, all we do is pass any tears or doubts to do what we believe in is best.
Understood.
So, Guardian Arkveld, Repel Guardian Arkveld. Okay, so they're both Arkveld, the same monster. Okay, I thought there was a version of Arkveld that can only be fought once, but it looks like it was the same thing anyway. But I was spoiled that the final boss of the story got turned into something else. Wait a minute. Doesn't even look like Arkveld can be fought in the optional quests. What the hell? I really hope that this is not the case and that it can still be fought again in high rank. I would imagine it would have to be available in high rank. Otherwise, what's the point?
I'm happy to help anytime.
Okay. I'm gonna go get a cup of water. So, give me a minute. And I'll be back momentarily. Okay, I'm back. So, we've made it quite far. We're now in the end game of story mode, I believe, at least for low rank. I don't know what high rank will have. It looks like they cut the story down into being just low rank, which I don't really like. I like how World stretched it out to encompass both. Well, before we talk to Nata, we should probably eat something. What do you say for posterity we make what the game would like us to do? Let's do it. Garlic fish. Ooh. Careful with that thing. Like you don't have forks in this universe? Anyway. Yeah, we had a garlic fish concoction. Ecological shifts in every region of the Forbidden Lands at once. Implications are dire. Want more time, but there is no time. Our jobs are non-stop barrage of judgment calls. Wait a minute, I just realized something. Before I do anything, let's see if anyone needs anything. Doesn't look like it. Fish lady doesn't want anything. Nothing in Woodwood Land. Nothing here in the Everforge. Wait a minute. It's, probably what's his name?
I'll ride with you. I'll just hop off for now. I bet we could use those floating rocks up there to our advantage. Please don't let it spot me. What do you think we'll find?
So this is where you've been living, Rove?
Taking your form, or understand you are carrying great things upon your shoulders, and yet your carriage remains so light. Surely you and I would find mutual benefit in trade. Novelty itself is a treasure. No? Shall we join in trade, then? I think that proved no obstacle. My word, to prove that proved no obstacle. Human courage truly knows no bounds. He's referring to Jindahad. Spiderweb, ancient Wyverian.
I await your next visit.
Okay. So, okay. Back to Suja. Let's get her done.
Hunter, If we don't stop the Dragontorch, Shia will awaken, right? And if it does, terrifying things might happen. This is my job as a keeper. It's what I'm supposed to do. Will you come with me and help me do it? Thanks.
Of course. Time to go fight the big bad.
We're almost there. This has been some journey, huh? Arkveld, the Guardians, the Dragontorch, and now... Wyveria's secret weapon.
I miss napping on the sandship deck.
That pack of Balahara was... terrifying.
Nona really had a scare.
You were so cool, though. I was afraid of you at first. Could I really trust a stranger who could cut down monsters like that to get me home? I really knew nothing then. I didn't know that sand could be as thick as fog. I'd never seen someone laugh like Nona during the season of plenty. I'm sorry for not listening when we found Raydao.
The red water? Triple gangers?
The fire spring was so exciting.
Humans, Mudwoods, monsters, we're just trying our best. The Guardians too, especially them. Before meeting you all, I really didn't know anything.
Nata.
It's time the Keepers see their mission through.
I like Nata. He warmed up on me a bit. Okay, so what is this construct?
Won't take much to wake it up.
The Dragontorch. To think that little pendant can stop it.
So is this like the equal dragon weapon that everyone makes mention about?
We don't have to do this. There's one other option.
Hunter, are you sure? Right. It's worth a shot, isn't it?
Yeah, let's do it!
Leave this to me.
Watch, Nata. This is what hunters do.
So what, we're gonna try and purge no Shia from the torch without destroying the torch? What? Ow.
By my own order. I will slay Shia.
That is definitely not an Elder Dragon. It looks like Gormagala.
Crystals are regenerating. We need to attack them before that happens. Snap out of it!
That... Wait a minute. It looks like a dragon head. A very Fatalis looking dragon head. I get it. This thing was built to basically be an anti-dragon life form. So it's not an it's a messed up bioweapon. Yeah, it's a giant fire-breathing dragon. Uh-oh.
It's doing something to the area. Not good.
It's a Nova. How do you avoid that?
Hunter! Are you alright? Let's check over your equipment and get you resupplied.
How do you avoid that thing? Oh, don't tell me they pulled an Elatrion. Yeah, it looks like Gormagala, man. Look at it. Gormagala and Fatalis smashed into one. How do you avoid that? I really want to know.
So Shia, it's a being beyond description. No wonder the people of Wyveria called it their secret weapon.
I'll be watching, Hunter. I believe in you.
How do you avoid the Nova? I don't understand.
No. There's no way.
A black dragon. Just Guardian blood, nothing unique. Dragon energy. What is this thing? It's like... It looks like Gormagala, but it has, like... Elder Dragon abilities, too, including Vitalis. Yeah, the body is Gormagala, and then the black scales, you know, scream, you know, they were like, can't be, what, like Black Dragon? I mean, it's a little bit of both, but it makes me wonder what this thing is, and it frankly now makes me wonder if Gormagala was ever a legit animal to begin with. Like, so many questions. Aw, hey, I can't see the freaking sacred. So, it's all regular Guardian material, nothing unique. That's, yeah. Shia. So, this is probably the equal dragon weapon that everyone keeps harping on about. It was kind of more of a concept background thing than a legit lore thing, but it does make me wonder if this is Capcom's way of putting it into the series at last, officially. I don't know how to survive the fire wave that it does. Like, I hid behind the obstacle, and that didn't do anything.
My boy!
Aww. We didn't use it, we just killed Shia.
Against all odds, you found another way. You hunters are incredible. You chose a path that we never could.
Tashin, we can choose. Arkveld chose too. It found its own way to live. So did the other Guardians. And now, it's time for the Keepers to step away from duty and truly live. Thank you for everything.
Ice is melting. Spring's coming. They're harassing the Congolalas again. Playing with the salamanders. Well, we beat the story mode. So far. Until expansion comes around or whatever other updates happen. So, okay, what do I think of the story? Well, I like the story. I thought it was pretty good. I personally am not a fan of how it just encompassed low rank. I liked how World did both. Low rank with, you know, the first half of the story being regarding, well, first 2/3 of the story anyway, being, you know, tracking Zora Magdaros and exploring more of the new world. And then, of course, you had the third act, which is where high rank came into play, and you got the Elder Dragons to worry about there. And wrapping that part up, plus updates, of course. Here, I don't like how it just did low rank. I would have liked had they managed to stretch it into high rank. But then again, we'll see. I hope there's cutscenes for the monsters in high rank, just like there were for low rank, because that would suck if there weren't any. I can't go into the full game details, because this was just low rank after all, but I did like the story all the same. Definitely one of the better written ones. Now, of course, a big reason why I like it more than World in this regard, the characters have names, something that Rise thankfully addressed. But what killed Rise's story for me was the pacing. It's like they went whole Metal Gear Solid 5 with how the story was paced, and it just didn't flow well to me. On top of the fact that majority of the cutscenes were reserved for just the monsters and only monsters, and my character's nowhere to be found. And there was only like a handful where my character was ever in any of them. I really did not like how it was told in Rise. On top of the fact that the replayability in that one just didn't do it for me. Like, once I beat all the update monsters, that was basically it. And unfortunately, Wilds repeated one mistake with regards to replayability that Rise suffered from, and that was the whole Rise did the whole one armor set per monster thing for no freaking reason. And it seems Capcom went and did it again, except this time they have even less of an excuse. Because the alphas and betas are just copy-paste, they're not even that different from each other. And no, I do not care about the male-female divide being lifted. So it's kind of like, why would you take something that you did so well previously and just backslide on it? I don't know. Maybe take some of the time you spent on making the jelly physics work on the food and actually put it into, you know, the armor sets, more monster types, more weapons. Another problem from World that got carried over was some monsters getting weapons for everything, others monsters not even getting all of their weapons for everything. That was an issue I had in both World and in Rise. I will say the story pacing does feel better than Rise, though. I really like the characters. My character especially is in most of the scenes, so that makes me happy. I have more reason to actually look at the gallery again, because that was something I did constantly in World. There's that wild symbol again. And I do like the characters here, too. I mean, wait a minute.
So they found the Keeper's village. And unraveled the mystery of the White Wraith. They even managed to see the boy home safe. Truly impressive. However, to learn that it was artificial life.
The Guardian Arkveld scoured the land for a more lucrative energy source. By absorbing the properties of those sources, it was able to achieve a higher state of living.
Unfortunately, after learning predation, it became unable to control its intake of wyvern milk. Intoxicated by the surplus of energy, it descended into madness.
Mm-hmm.
These were the findings of the expedition?
Yes, sir. But this report has just come in.
Uh-oh.
Wyveria's ultimate guardian, Shia, awoke from its resting place. It fed off the Dragontorch, the heart of the Forbidden Lands ecosystem, to evolve itself. And by doing so, threw the weather of the surrounding regions into disarray. Cognizant of the long-term repercussions, Avis Unit made the agonizing decision to put Shia to rest. A life-altering end. Just as Alma said, that hunter is something else.
Sir, if I may, why do you think the people of Wyveria created the Guardians? For what purpose would they endanger themselves with monsters like Shia?
I dare not dishonor them with conjecture.
The details require finesse, but it seems the door is open to diplomatic overtures between East and West. The Guild, I know, is eager to open communications with the Forbidden Lands.
No. We will hold off. Should that branch be extended, it must be from them.
Makes sense.
More importantly, this Dragontorch, was it? Uncontrollable energy, upon which an entire ecosystem depends. They intend to continue their research on it, and the artificial monsters.
While it's safe for now, the Dragontorch and Guardians are in a precarious balance. There are worries surrounding its artificial nature.
Makes sense.
Both mankind and their creations play a role in the ecosystem. If nothing else, nature will always surpass humanity's expectations. This expedition was not seen through without flaw. But so long as there are hunters, we can handle whatever may come.
Alma! Hunter! Is it true?
Come on.
What's true? Wait, didn't I climb up there previously? Yeah, I did. Wait a minute. White fur. And an egg.
It's Arkveld's.
It laid an egg. Or...
The will to live always finds a way. From one generation to the next.
Either it did or a surviving one did. Mission complete. Bunch of new shit.
Good morning. Did you have a good rest? A sand ship arrived while you were sleeping. Olivia has returned too. What do you say we stop by the command tent when we get the chance?
Huh.
Wait.
Santiago. I've heard stories, Avis Unit Hunter, right? If half of it's true, you're quite the... Sorry, Manners, Captain Expedition Support Ship. Word is investigation will last a while. Higher-ups figure you need to beef up your provisioning, so they deployed us here. Making supply runs back and forth. If you see my mug around, the ship's in. Support ship will occasionally visit Windward Plains, purchase goods with guild points in the area. Supply ship will differ from every visit. If you need something specific, you can request large shipment from the next visit through request goods menu.
Anything else? How about you?
Okay, so I can... Okay, so I can buy weapons without needing them.
All right. You're seeing you.
Natas and hunter gear. You'd like me to have something from your village. Uncle Tashin said it was great. He was grateful to you for breaking the chains that binds us. I'm sure to it there's more to it than I'm understanding, but I feel the same way. Please take this as a thank you. Dragontorch Wings Pendant. Equipment appearance.
Got a sale on. Need anything?
Yep. Hey, come here.
Fabius has a big fat grin on his face. Don't blame him for getting excited. He made it out here.
Anything catch your eye?
Okay, it looks like we're going to be getting high rank weapons in a moment. Yep, I knew it. No armor, so... Yeah, here comes my big complaint, other than the armor problem that I've ragged on about. Apparently, unlike Xeno'jiiva and Geismagorn and Shara Ishvalda even, apparently Shia cannot be fought any more than once so far. I don't know why Capcom was decided to do that. I think it's one of the stupidest things I've ever done, because this is my problem with Wilds. I criticize it because I love it. I like the game a lot. The combat feels great. Weapons feel great. I like how they gave us more mobility with secrets. I like how great the weapons feel. The Palico has more character than she's ever had. My Hunter having a voice, all is great. And as I was saying earlier, I genuinely think the writing for the story is far better than it's ever been, compared to World, where everyone just went by a title or job description and no actual name. And then Rise, which finally added names to characters, but utterly flubbed when it came to the pacing. Like, the story pacing in Rise was just awful. Your character's barely there at all. Monsters that you think were supposed to be a big deal, like Magna Malo, they're hardly even in the game at all with any relevance to, well, anything. They might as, like, you could go through the whole game and not even and remove Magna Malo and not even think he had anything to do with anything in the story, compared to Nergigante, where when he showed up periodically in low rank, it was a big deal. It's like, wait a minute, that's the flagship dragon. What's he doing here? And there was an ever-present shadow when it came to Nergigante. He didn't come fully into play until later, when you went hunting for him, and then you run into him again in Iceborne, and you follow him into the Guiding Lance. Magna Malo basically had nothing to do with the story in general. He's just there. Whereas here, Arkveld actually has more reason, to be here. One, he's the flagship monster, and two, you run into him a number of times. You don't, in my opinion, I do think, similar to Nergigante, he could have showed up a bit more, but overall, his specter certainly loomed over the game's story. He still had a purpose. So he's definitely better handled, writing-wise, than Magna ever was. And I think the weapons look cool too. I did really like Magna Malo's weapons, more specifically his greatsword. That was probably one of the coolest greatswords I've ever seen in any game, period. It's just, he barely had any reason to exist. It's like, why are you such an important part of the story if the story barely does anything with you? And I like Nata. Do I think the story's perfect? Absolutely not. It does have some holes here and there, but for the most part, I get the general tale. I liked it in that regard. So I can't complain in that regard. Where I can complain is the fact that they make it where Shia is fightable only once. Like, is he supposed to be a one-of-a-kind monster? Yes. Should that stop us from for being able to fight him whenever we want? Absolutely not. Because if that were true, then how many other super monsters would be one-only quests in games previous, such as Lao Shanglong, Fatalis even, Alatrion, Shara Ishvalda, Geismagorn, Amatsu? It's like, by that logic, why even have any of them if you could fight them only once? So the fact that Shia is fightable only once in the base game, assuming Capcom's aware of this and wants to put an update saying, yes, you can fight him again and actually get cool shit from him, it's like, okay, thank you, problem solved. However, I do feel that because of the whole that and the alpha beta troubles that I've mentioned and will keep mentioning because that makes me mad and I hate the excuses surrounding it, I'm willing to bet that Capcom ran behind on this game just like how they ran behind in World, and that is why it feels like whole chunks of a game are missing. Between the alpha betas being lousy copy pastes, which we'll see once we officially unlock high rank, and the fact that Shia can only be fought once and not in intermediate periods like Xeno'jiiva, from what I understand, it just makes you wonder, it's like, why even have it in the game if you're not even going to be able to do anything? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So, I like the fight with Shia. I like the lore implications for Shia. I just don't like how they handled him. Also, I couldn't figure out how to avoid the super attack when he does the Nova and you have to hide behind the crystals. It's like, I did that, but nothing happened.
I'll let you know when the next round's ready.
So, I don't know.
So long for now.
I'll manage camps later. Who's this? Okay, so we can do either or. And I also don't like how there is no place to show off my endemic life. Looks like there's multiple Doshiguma. That's another thing I'm wondering. How does the pack hunting work in this game? Because it only happened once in the story mode with the alpha Doshigumas, and nothing else happened, and didn't do anything else. Also, I like that the blood is back. Like, in older Monster Hunter games, there was only so much you could do, but I liked how whenever you hit monsters, having played Generations Ultimate, you got a big old pixelated splatter of blood. And Monster Hunter World and Rise, despite the fact that you're chopping tails and limbs off, there's no blood or anything. Here, they brought the blood back, and they did it by way of redoing the tenderizer mechanic. Do I miss running monsters into walls? Yes. But can I live without it because of the fact that they actually redid the tenderizing in a far more efficient and better manner? Also, yes. I don't see Alma anywhere. Yeah, and Nata, I liked him. He warmed up to me as a character. Gemma and Alma's definitely the best handler we've gotten, other than Hinoa and Minoto. She wasn't annoying. She does her job. She doesn't do anything. She's not annoying. And and speak of the devil, there she is.
Yes.
Yeah, Shia is not nowhere in here, and neither is Arkveld. I'm guessing he'll be unlockable as a high rank.
I'll be waiting here.
Well, let's talk to Olivia, shall we?
You look good. I'm glad to see everyone is doing well. If you haven't heard, we have a distinguished visitor. Shall we meet and discuss our next steps? Good. He's inside.
Sure, why not? Let's do it. So that way I know that way I have a game plan for what to expect.
It's always an honor, sir.
Olivia, the pleasure is mine to be in such accomplished company. You've done truly well. I'm also enjoying this return to field work, even if only to serve as the Guild's envoy.
An envoy, sir?
Right. For now, we'll be the only ones out here carrying on research. But that doesn't mean the Guild isn't listening. The Professor is here as their representative.
We've been estranged for too long. It's past time we reacquainted ourselves.
Yes, sir. And if there's ever a way I can help with that, I hope you'll let me.
I welcome your insights. As one familiar with both worlds, will you continue to aid Avis Unit?
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'll do my best.
Forgive me for being direct, sir. But what exactly are the Guild's views on the investigation ahead?
We have two priorities. First, investigating the state of the Dragontorch, absent Shia's presence. Second, an accounting of any effects on the local ecology here as a consequence of that change. And the area surrounding Sild. Astrum Unit, namely Eric and Werner, will focus their efforts there. Surveying the other regions is a task for Avis Unit. You've seen more of these lands than anyone.
Understood, sir.
Likewise, we'll see it done.
We'll begin our search in the forest. It should be easy to spot any signs of change in a biome that lush.
Very good. If any of us discovers something, reach out to the others. I'll be counting on you all.
Okay, so there technically is some more story stuff happening. Maybe not to World's extent, but it will definitely lead to other things.
Alright, let's get started in the forest. Look around for any signs of change to the ecosystem.
Right. But we still don't know what we'll find out there. Nata, you stand by at base camp, just in case.
All right. Please be careful too.
Then we're off. Just as soon as we've fully prepared. Sorry, I'm excited. Come and speak to me once you're ready to go.
Chapter 4. Yeah, they're not letting us choose where we want to go on the map. They want us to do this first. So yeah, I have a feeling that Wilds was rushed. Rushed to the finish line instead of being allowed to finish being made when it should have. I also heard rumblings that Lagiacrus and Seragios are technically supposed to be in the game, but weren't able to be finished in time due to Jin Dahad taking up more resources due to unexpected problems that were at the last minute. Except, well, I can kind of forgive Jin because, well, unlike Zora Magdaros, where they went way too big with him, and before they knew it, they basically wasted too much time, Jin Dahad's actually a good fight. So, credit where credit is due, and I look forward to actually killing him this time. But yeah, I do have my issues with Wilds on all that, from the beta, alpha beta to Shia being unfightable again on repeat unless they change that. And yeah, I have a feeling that Wilds really got screwed over in the last months of development because they, we got to appease the shareholders, even though, for honestly, why? But on the other hand, it's like Rise kind of pissed me off too in this regard, where it felt like half a game was completely missing from Wilds, and how some stuff that was removed to be made more efficient ended up being replaced with just as much, if not more tedious stuff, like the spirit birds. Oh, the spirit birds. Never should have happened. Never should have allowed whoever thought those was a good idea. Turn in your development card and try again. And then, of course, there was the slipshot updates, like where the basic trio of Elder Dragons were missing. Kushala, Chameleos, Teostra. And of course, a giant chunk of the reason why that was because of COVID. COVID basically shut the world down. So that left Capcom basically scrambling to put out what they were able to put out. And the rest had to follow up via updates. And then they went and screwed it up again when they made Sunbreak a digital-only purchase, meaning even if you got the game with the physical package, you still had to download the damn thing with the code. They did not put in a full game cartridge with both normal game and expansion. They just lazily put in a download code. Whereas with Iceborne, you had the option of going for the version that had everything on disc. Well, almost everything, sans post-game launch updates, even for that. So World at least did it right, whereas Iceborne didn't. Whereas Rise didn't. And I have frankly, I don't think Wilds, in my opinion, has the same excuse as COVID for all the shit that is so desperately missing, from the alpha beta sets to Shia not being fightable more than once. Am I happy that Wilds will be followed up with the content updates? Absolutely. I welcome updates to the game. What I do mind is when giant chunks of it that were standard and perfectly fine to games previous are suddenly either lazily copy-pasted with nonsense, with no unique identity, or just left off the cutting room floor and forgotten about. So it's like, come on, you did this right for many, many games previous. There was no reason for you to throw up hands and give up now. So it's like, I love the game, but I have a lot of issues with it that were so easy to rectify. It's like why? What kept you? What prevented you? That sort of shit. And then I see stuff like the food physics, and I'm like, okay, much like with Zora Magdaros taking up too much time, how much time did meaningless shit like that take that prevented you from doing everything else better, like you used to? It's kind of one of those things where I bemoan. It's like, the monsters looking cool, the environment's looking great, that's all great. That's what we care about. Do I care how viscous the cheese is on the naan bread in Kunafa? No, I do not. The food looked good enough as is in World, and it didn't need to go any further than that. Everything else should have taken priority. So it's kind of it's like, rather than focusing on a bunch of other things that should have taken up time, they went and focused on a bunch of other smaller things that didn't need all that time. You know what I'm saying? It's like priorities. So, low rank. So yeah, a lot of monsters I'm glad came back, like Nursilla with the great sword, yay. And I like that there was a huge helping of new monsters, although I am sad that there seems to be a complete and utter... What is the... how should I put it? How should I say it? I feel like there's also not enough monsters of certain types. Like, in Monster Hunter Rise, Tetranodon was the only new and only existing amphibian monster in the entire game. And what annoyed me also was not only was he the only amphibian in the game, you have the baby versions of Tetsukabra and Zamtrios in the game, but the actual adult Zamtrios and Tetsukabra were nowhere to be found. Monsters that should have been there are just weirdly missing. And I feel like the amphibians have once again been gypped, with just Chatakabra being the only one in the game. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Oh, that's funny. What the? A Woodwood? Okay, the fact that you can play with the cats in your tent is nice. That's adorable. Anyway, let's see. How do you do the something? They said they gave me a pendant, and I don't know how to do it. Zoshia, yeah, Zoshia, really, really no excuse to be fought once and with no armor or weapons whatsoever. No freaking no justifiable excuse. How the frick do you do pendants again? No other poses? Okay, how do I change the thing? in the game. I can't figure it out. Okay, apparently it's in appearances. Is there anything I can change? Dragontorch wings. Can't change anything. No other decorations, huh? Nah, I prefer regular. Okay, doesn't do anything for that. Where the fuck do you do the weapon pendants? I can't find it. Oh, there it is. How did I not notice? Son of a bitch. Okay, that's how you do it. Okay. How the fudge did I miss this? You know, I do honestly think maybe there's too much UI in this game. Okay, that mystery is solved. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna stop here for now that I figured out my little pendant dilemma. Of all things to waste 5 minutes on. I feel stupid. Ugh. Wait, oh, she's got a fish. And apparently there's squid in the game, which is new for this. Where? I don't know. Also, since this is high rank and we haven't run into Rathalos yet, the real one, it makes me wonder who else we haven't run into in the game. Like Rathian, you'd think we would have run into long ago, but nope, we haven't run into her either. So, you know, I know Gravios is in the game, but again, we're not running into him either. So, I'm guessing they got held off for high rank and we have a ways to go, so... okay. I think I'm gonna stop right here, because we've done... 3 hours? It's been that long? Didn't feel like it. Well, anyway, we did Arkveld, we did Zoe, and Zoe I've already said my piece on, and how Capcom really needs to fix that. And I've already mentioned my, you know, a certain armor issue. But I also have mentioned everything else that I do like with the game. So what's great is great so far in Wilds, but the problems are very obvious with it when you look and when you notice them and list them out. But I'm gonna hold off on more content until later. If I'm able to come back earlier tonight, because I gotta go meet up with the relatives from Brazil. We're gonna be going out to eat out at further downtown. So if I'm able to come back home early enough, I will start up another part, and we will talk to Alma and see what high rank will ingratiate us with. And if anything, you know, we'll get her. And if not tonight, then if not later tonight, then likely tomorrow. So that's basically my game plan for now. So that'll do it for now. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next Monster Hunter in part 12 when we start the high rank stuff. Alrighty.